Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about 5 books that I think are going to be 5-star reads for me. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I would love it so much if you would like this video and subscribe, leave a comment if you want, and definitely hit that notification bell so you will be notified every time I post a new video. I'm still pretty new here, but I'm trying to make sure my videos are consistently posted so you guys keep coming back. So let's get into the video. The first book that I think is going to be 5 stars for me is Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. I have read 2 other books by her, His and Hers and Rock, Paper, Scissors, and loved them both. She is a fantastic thriller writer, and so I'm really excited to read her latest book. And this one is about a family that they're on a family reunion, and I guess things are kind of off with the family. It's a little bit it's an estranged family situation, and the grandmother is turning 80. So they are all getting together to like kind of have a birthday party, and someone dies. And then I guess people are getting picked off, and it's like, who is it? And I kind of love that sort of like locked room mystery kind of vibes. I feel like a lot of them kind of take off of And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, which I really enjoyed that book. But a couple years ago there was a book, The Guest List by Lucy Foley, and she's done a few like that. Look, I like a locked room mystery, so I definitely think I'm going to like this one, especially based on her previous books that I've really enjoyed. The next book that I think that's definitely going to be 5 stars for me is Hunger by Roxane Gay. So this is a memoir actually, and Roxane Gay, very famous author and essayist, and this is about basically her experiences living in a fat body and the ups and downs of her weight loss and gain. And I feel like that is something that many women and men, but mainly women, can relate to, just the culture of dieting and feeling like you're never small enough, and just feeling like your body has something to do with your value as a human. So I just think this will be really interesting and probably pretty sad. Like most women, I've struggled with my weight and just body image. So I think this will be a really good read. I know it's been out for a while, so it's definitely not anything new, but I know this is a very well-loved memoir, and so I'm hoping that I love it as well. The next book on this list that I think will be 5 stars for me is So Happy for You by Celia Lasky. So this is a pretty new book, and I haven't heard a ton about it, but I have seen some other booktubers talk about it, and I've seen it a little bit on Instagram. So basically this is almost like Bridesmaids, where there's an like childhood friend, and she's joining in the wedding party of her, childhood friend who she's not so close to anymore. And in this case, the friend that's going to be the maid of honor is lesbian. Her friend Ellie didn't have a problem with that, or she supported her when she came out, but now she's sort of feeling like maybe she doesn't fit in with this group, and that's about as much as I know. It sounds so good and so different, and I know it's very like campy, which I love, and it's sort of like, I think, a little bit of satire on like the wedding industry as a whole. I don't know, I think that could be really fun to read about. I'm married, but I got married almost 10 years ago, so I feel like the wedding industry has changed a bit even since then. So I feel like it's going to be really good, and I hope it is. The next book is The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead. So this is a book that I have heard so much about. This author wrote a book last year called In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, which was actually not a favorite of mine. I thought it was kind of repetitive and kind of like it's been done before, so it was definitely not something that I found to be as wonderful, but the writing was great, and a lot of people really loved that book. I definitely didn't dislike it enough to write off this author completely, but this one is about 2 college students who got involved in a cult, but they were able to escape, and then I think it's 10 years later, one of the girls hears about the other one's death from a podcast. And she's like, what? So she ends up teaming up with the podcast host to figure out like, how did her friend die? Because it seems like maybe this cult is still alive and well. So I am just a big sucker for anything involving a cult. I think they are so interesting, and especially in fiction, because it's pretty scary in real life, but I really find them fascinating. And so I'm really looking forward to this, and I do believe it has some like transcripts of the podcast as part of the text. It also, I really love that it has a content warning. I don't really care so much if those are spoilers. I think it's important to have if there's something super triggering for people, and it doesn't hurt anyone, and it could help a lot of people from reading a book that will harm them mentally. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. This one just came out this past week, so I'm really excited to read it. I've seen nothing but good reviews, hoping that it's a good one for me too. The last book in this list that I think will be 5 stars is Big Girl by Mecca Jamila Sullivan. This is, I mean, it seems kind of almost similar to the Roxane Gay, but this is fiction. It follows, I think it begins when she's a kid going to Weight Watchers meetings with her mom, a girl who lives in Harlem. She goes to like a primarily white prep school and just kind of doesn't fit in. And I think it follows her throughout her like coming of age in her teen years and finding the intersection between being fat and black in a thin white world. I think it sounds super interesting and really something that needs more light shown on it, just the intersections of being a female in this world where we value one type of body. So I really am looking forward to this, and hopefully it will be a 5-star read. So those are 5 books that I'm hoping to read within the next month that I'm hoping will be 5 stars for me. I try really hard to make sure I stick to a TBR if I say I'm gonna read something, but you never know, because I feel like I buy books faster than I can read them. So hopefully I will get to those soon so I can give you an update and we can find out if they actually are 5-star books. But we shall see. Once again, I want to thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you'd like to. I'd really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.